Hello, 5th graders. Welcome to lesson 1.1, place value. This is the first flip lesson of 5th grade, so it is also an introduction lesson. We will talk about expectations for flip lessons. Let's get started. The first thing you will see in every lesson is the lesson objective. Today's lesson objective is I can complete a flipped lesson by watching, taking notes, and completing an exit slip focusing on the place value system with 100% accuracy in multiple attempts. At the bottom of the page, you will see an icon that says Digital Math Notebook. The first thing that you need to do is pause and type or write this objective in your digital math notebook. Please pause to do that now. Today's lesson has some vocabulary. Some lessons will have vocabulary. This lesson is an example of one that does. In this lesson, we have 3 vocabulary words. Our first one is place value, the location of a number on a place value chart. For example, in the hundreds place. Our next word is value, how much a number is worth based on its location. For example, if there is a 9 in the hundreds place, like there is in this example here, then that 9 would be worth 900. And our last vocabulary word is the word period, a group of 3 digits that are separated by commas in a multi-digit number. You can see in this example that there are 1, 2, 3, and then a comma, 1, 2, 3, and then a comma. So we would call this the ones period. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you'll notice the icon for the digital math notebook. That means that you need to pause again and write these vocabulary words in your digital math notebook. Great job so far. The next part of our flip lesson is indicated with an I in the bottom right-hand corner. That means that it is time for you to watch. Go ahead and put down your pencil and listen as I unlock the problem. The diameter of the sun is 1,392 kilometers. To understand the distance, you need to understand the place value of each digit in this number. The place value chart contains periods, like our vocabulary word. A period is a group of 3 digits separated by a comma in a multi-digit number. Let's look below at the place value chart. Here we have the ones period. The ones period has a ones place, a tens place, and a hundreds place. In this example, all of them are zeros. Let's keep moving to the left. Then we have the thousands period. You'll notice that once again we have a ones place, a tens place, and a hundreds place. But if we look at our number, we have 392,000. So there's a 3 in the hundred thousands place, a 9 in the 10,000s place, and a 2 in the 1,000s place. Below that, you can also see that we have written these numbers out in expanded form. This is 3 times 100,000, which we would read as 300,000. And all the way to the left is the millions place. The millions period also has a ones, tens, and hundreds. But in this number that they gave us, there is only 1 million. We would write that in expanded form as 1 times 1 million, and we would read that as 1 million. The place value of the 1 in the 1,392,000 is millions. The value of this 1 is 1 times 1 million. Remember, value, that was one of our words. And we would read that as 1 million. We can also talk about words in different forms. We could talk about them in standard form, word form, or expanded form. Great job so far. Let's keep going. Great job so far. You'll notice that in the bottom right-hand corner, we've changed from an I back to our digital math notebook. That's because in your digital math notebook, you have a copy of this exact chart. As I go through it, please pause and fill in the boxes as I explain. We're going to start in the middle of the chart with the number 1. The number 1 is the beginning of our place value chart. There's numbers smaller than that, but there's numbers bigger than that. We call this a unit because it's just 1. But we get bigger than that. If we multiply 1 times 10, then we have 10, because 10 is 1 times 10. And we would call this a long. This chart here is one long stick. And that same rule applies from 1s to 10s as it does from 10s to hundreds. If I multiply 10 times 10, then I get 100. And in base 10 blocks, I call this a flat. And 100 is 10 times 10. Do we see a pattern starting to happen? Let's keep moving to the left. 100 times 10 is 1,000. So we're getting bigger by 10 each time. And you'll notice that I took all of my units and stacked them to make a long. And then I took all my longs and I put them in a row to make a flat. And then I took all those flats and I put them together, and we call this a cube. And then if we keep going on, we multiply again by 10. 1,000 times 10 is 10,000. And we would call this a 10 cube because it is made of 10 cubes. Now, what if our numbers aren't getting bigger? What if they're getting smaller? Well, then let's go back to our 1 and let's go the other direction. If I start here, I'm still going to go by 10, but it's going to look a little bit different. 1/10 is what this place value is. And if I multiply 1/10 by 10, then I have 0.1. But I'm still multiplying by 10 if I'm getting bigger. We would call this 1/10. And keep going. If we multiply by 10 here, smaller than a tenth is a hundredth. Now make sure you are pausing to write these down. Our last stop is a thousandth. A thousandth is 10 times as small as a hundredth. And we would write this as 1,000th. So every time we move to the left, we multiply by 10. So we can think that every time we move to the right, it is 10 times larger than the previous place, which means that it came before. We're almost done with our chart. The last part, on the bottom, would be talking about what if we got smaller. Well, the opposite of multiplying by 10 would be to divide by 10. So this would be 1/10, 1/10, all the way across the bottom. because we're taking 1/10 of what we had before. Just like 1 is 1/10 of 10. Great job, 5th graders. If you need to pause to complete the chart in your digital math notebook, do that now. Almost done, 5th graders. The next part of a flipped lesson is a lesson activity. In this, you are going to complete 2 questions. The 2 questions are also in your digital math notebook for you to answer. I'll read them to you. Question number 1 said, what is the place value, and there's a hint, location, of the underlined digit? So I want to know, where does this 4 live? And question number 2 says, write the value, that means the worth, of the underlined digit. It's the same number, but you're going to get 2 different answers. Great job so far. Almost finished. The last step of a flipped lesson is an exit slip. When you feel like you're comfortable with this lesson, complete the exit slip to show your teacher your understanding. Great job, 5th graders. You're finished with your first flipped lesson of 5th grade.